It's LA's home for hip hop, man. Real 92.3.
Yes.
Yeah. Real After Party. Bootleg Kev, Dre Sinatra,
Squad.
DJ Damage. Special guest right now.
Yo.
One of the illest in the game.
We got Dave East out west right now, bruh.
What's goody? What's shaking?
Yeah, man. Paranoia's out.
Out. Go get that, man. If you ain't got it, go get it.
Yo, man. Welcome to LA. I feel like it's like your second home, though. You're always in LA,
yeah,
bro.
I stay over here. I love Cali.
What's your favorite place to eat out here?
Jack's.
Where's Jack's? What is Jack's?
On Western.
We ain't talking about Jack in the Box, obviously.
No, it's an old spot in the hood. It's on Western. It's like soul food,
Nice.
good breakfast and all that.
That's what's up, man. I saw you guys made #1 across all platforms.
Yeah, it's lit. Go get it,
on
man.
iTunes, man. Congratulations.
Thank you, bro.
A lot of people came out today. You know, Ferg dropped, Mozzie dropped, and you're holding that #1 spot.
Yeah, hell yeah. Oh, shouts to Mozzie and Ferg too. They both the homies. I'm actually on both of their projects.
That's crazy. Yeah, you are.
Word.
Straight up, man. You're doing a lot of features.
Yeah.
Getting a lot of love.
Tons of love, man. What's your favorite feature you've done thus far? Because you always come through like all in the clutch with the features, man.
Favorite feature I did. Probably this joint I just did on Nas' album.
Okay.
Little hint right there.
So Nas's album.
Yeah.
Is Nas's album done? Because Jesus Christ.
Where's
we've
the
been waiting
album?
for this
Keep
shit.
it real. I don't know.
But you're going to be on the album.
Yeah, I don't know if it's done though. Like he'll tell me it's done, then he'll say it ain't done, then it's done, then it ain't. I don't know.
What's that vibe like? Nas about to put out a new album.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if y'all in the studio. He hits you for the verse. What do you got to come with? Do you got something special that you come up with?
Did you have the Nas verse like in the book?
Was it already
like, in
ready?
case he comes?
Nah,
I got it.
Honestly, it was like he was just vibing in the studio, and he was going through joints. I think Static Selector made the beat. He was Static
Shout
on
out
Green
to
Lantern.
Static.
One of them did the beat, but he had already had what he had on it, and he was like, "Yo, you feeling this joint?" I'm like, "Hell yeah!" He was like, "Get on it." So I came up with it right there.
Do you come for it? Do you come for his neck?
Yeah, everybody.
Everybody.
I don't.
Has he ever played something that you was like, I don't know about this one, man? Like maybe next one. Let me just get to the
let me
next
get
one.
you on that next go round.
Yeah, I ain't going front. Like, yeah, that has happened. I
Tell him,
can't
like,
lie. That has happened. But
Listen to your boy.
97% of the time, I'm right on it. Right on it. We just, you know what it be like? I might be in a different zone. You know what I'm saying? Than he in. So that'll be the only thing that'll make me not want to do it off jump.
Yo, it's crazy. You're kind of like you're like a unicorn out here, bro. Cause yo, man, like I've been following you since the mixtape days, and like you're super lyrical. The backpack heads and super hip hop snobs, I like to call them, just fuck with you heavy.
Yeah.
But you got street cred, and you are now like bitches love you, bro.
Yeah,
Straight
man.
up,
Understand.
like holy Christ.
I don't know where that came from. I'm the same.
I mean,
different.
man.
I think it's just more out.
Yeah, man, the hoes love you, and you got this now you're starting to cross over. Like, the record with Chris Brown is real dope, but like, was it ever like a point in time where you were like afraid to go into that crossover lane and do a radio record because your diehard fans obviously know you for that bars for that
honestly,
street shit.
Nah, I just felt like I needed to get me up to a certain point to do that. Like I didn't want to come out the gate like that. I wanted to come out street and like me, you know what I'm saying?
Build your brand first.
Get that where that's all right. They know what that's about. They know I can rap. They know I can. And I mean, certain things I had to like solidify first. Then I was like, all right, it's a perfect time to do it. It's on Def Jam. It's at a point where the girls is on it more than ever. You know what I'm saying? Why not? And me and homie have already been talking about putting a record together, so it just made sense.
Yeah, I was telling your peoples, man, you remind me of like Fab in the early 2000s when the South had it, and Fab used to jump on those Southern beats and still give it bars and still give it flavor, that East Coast flavor.
Yeah.
I feel like that's who Davies is right now. You got all the, the Yachties, and you got the South, the Southern Young movement going, but then an artist like you can still come out and pop through on those beats and still do his thing.
Yeah, that's honestly that make it fun. Cause I know they ain't rapping. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I know a lot of people not rapping no more. So
Let's be honest.
I mean,
Pretty much absolutely nobody.
Nobody rapping.
As far as the new guys.
You can count on one hand.
I mean, on the like when you were on the freshman cover,
Yeah.
it was like, okay, you and then all respect Lil Dicky. A lot of people don't know Lil Dicky can rap his ass
Yeah,
off.
they can rap.
But this new cover, it was kind of light on the bars.
I ain't seen no rappers on it.
And the thing is, I like the new stuff. But it's still that part in music where you need to hear the pain, you need to hear the story.
Yeah.
You know, that's what hip hop's all about.
Yeah.
So it's like we getting a lot of the partying, but you know, we used to get partying and bars back in the day.
You get both.
Yeah.
Both, not no more.
It's hard to get both now.
Everybody's on fucking Percocet and fucking opiates, man. They can't
Drugs,
rap.
man. The drugs.
And it's really social media too, because those artists that's on that stuff or you know make that kind of music, they're the ones that's popping so fast. So everybody's gravitating towards that style of music.
That's
But I feel like, with the exception of like 21 Savage, Uzi, Yachty, like they done solidified what they do.
thing.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But I feel like as far as just the turn up, it's new stars and that every Monday. Like every week I see a new Lil this, Lil that, Lil this. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Lil Pump and
It's
all
mad.
that
It's
shit.
mad new. No disrespect to him, but it's so common now. You don't.
It's
really-
microwave
You
shit.
can't really fall in love with nobody.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, I wanted to be like Kiss, and I wanted to like be like Nas and Mason. I wanted to be these people. So I don't feel like that's around no more. Like people just be on your music while it's hot, and then jump to the next dude when this stuff come out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, with those artists, when you listen to their music, you got a piece of them.
Yeah.
You heard where they came
You
from,
can grow with them.
what they going through. If you just always turning up, that's cool. We get that part of you, but there's no longevity in that.
That's a fact.
Yo, are you dating Christina Milian?
Nah, man.
You're not? Okay. I gotta ask, man, because I see you guys together. all
Just
that. That's a
having
good
fun,
look.
man.
Just for the
Not a
record,
bad
if you were, that'd be a great look, bro. That'd be a great look for you.
She's gorgeous.
What y'all are y'all just homies?
Yeah, she mad cool.
Did you get to swoop in on any of the joints you were looking at when you was a youngster and now you're in the game?
Yeah.
You got to swoop in.
How many Instagram models are on your list right now that you've already knocked down? There's got to be a lot of
I ain't
them.
gonna indict
You got the
myself.
line on the new album about the Instagram models. I got you.
I ain't gonna indict myself.
I call it the swoop in. It's like,
The
I'm here
swoop,
now.
Man.
I was looking for y'all for a minute.
See, you got to be careful though, because
Sniper.
I can't see Davies DMing a bitch.
You'd be
It's
surprised.
way.
You surprised, man.
See, with the story, I'm gonna say with the story, you just you kind of just comment on the
Yeah,
moment.
you can comment.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I just
You
feel
can
like
I see you.
with the
I gotta
screenshots.
I gotta be real crafty
be
with
careful,
it. I gotta
man.
be crafty. Like I might send the emoji.
Yeah, just an emoji. That's it. Just to
No-
throw it out
no
there.
words.
No
like,
icebreaker.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Nobody can, man, I sent an emoji, my G.
Emoji. That was a mistake.
Yo, obviously, you and Drake got a real cool relationship. I saw you over FaceTime, and I saw you showed love to the album.
Mm-hmm.
Is there going to be a Drake Davies collaboration for the
Yeah.
official? Because this is kind of like an appetizer, right?
Yeah, it's the EP. It's the advertiser for the debut. You know what I mean? I ain't really honestly, like a lot of people's opinion, they trying to tell me like, nah, do your album, I'm like, I still don't feel like I've done enough just in the game. I haven't really toured yet. I haven't really moved how I want to move. So I wanted to put out something before the album. You know what I mean? Even though I had the machine like Def Jam behind it, I wanted to put out something before the album, and
That's smart,
that's
though, man.
Paranoia. It's the appetizer.
So if this the appetizer, what do you think would be your difference when you go create your album as far as like what would you do to separate as far as what you did now, whether that's like a mixtape
Yeah.
or just an EP, whatever that's called,
Yeah.
what would you do different as far as for your album?
Honestly, for the album, I'm gonna really go lock in. Like I want to take all of the producers that I'm gonna have on the album, and I want to go coop up somewhere. You know what I'm
Right.
saying, for 2-3 months, and just put it together. Like with Paranoia and with the majority of my music, I may sit in with the producer. The producer may send me the beat.
It's mostly some over the email
Yeah,
type
it'd
shit.
be email music. Like I really
Part of
want
the vibe.
to lock in and tell them what I'm trying to do for the album, and then let's make these beats for this. Like, and put it. I want to mix like a lot of the older producers I want to work with. Like I got
Who?
No ID for
Okay.
sure.
Oh yeah.
Salam Remy.
You got to get a primo.
Salam Remy. Here we go.
Salon Remy got to make sure, of course, with the
Come
Nas
on.
connection. I want to see DJ Premier Davies.
Primo. Me and Primo been talking. Alchemist for sure.
Atlanta.
Wow, that boy.
Yeah,
wow.
Green.
What about
I
Pete
love
Rock
that.
or somebody like that?
I ain't gonna front. Me and P Rock, we've been talking. Like that's big bro.
Yeah.
I like P Rock.
I'm excited.
I ain't gonna front. I wanna get all of them on a new time. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like,
Yeah, give them a new
see how
a
they
good
sound in
look, a fresh look.
2017,
Yeah,
2018. Like, but I also want to collab my producers, like my home team, like Buddha the Future, JoJo Beats, Mr. Authentic. Like I got my own producers that I want to collab
That's super
with them
important,
artists, you know
though,
what I'm saying? Because my producers know my sound. You know what I'm saying? And the guys I just named, they're gonna learn my sound, but I feel like if they merge it together, it's gonna be a classic. You know what I'm saying? So that'll be the difference. I don't want to really do it through the email. You know what I'm saying? I want to go lock in with them.
Yo, on the album you mentioned that you bet on LeBron. You bet on LeBron
And lost the
I lost that bread.
You lost, but so the first year though you won, right?
Yeah.
How much did you put up?
Like 25.
And then the second year you doubled down on LeBron.
Yeah, I went down. I lost like a band.
I mean, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what are your thoughts? This is.
I play ball, so like I
know.
don't really want to really bet on it. Like it kind of bothered me.
Yo, I'm just curious, man. The offseason's been fucking pretty lit, bro. Like, who's your squad? You a Knicks fan? I mean, it's hard to be a Knicks fan.
It's hard to be a Knicks fan. Like, I'm a New Yorker, native New Yorker, but it's hard to be a Knicks fan.
So by default, that's your team. But what team you rocking with?
I'm gonna go with Kevin, man. Kevin, my bro. So I'm gonna go with Golden State. You know, I'm gonna go with them.
Safe call. That's a safe one.
That's a good call.
I'm loyal. I'm loyal, man.
Unlike him, you're loyal. Unlike him.
I set that one up.
Yo, you did. I had to hit that one up.
How did you feel about that move he made? Do you feel like that was like a unloyal move?
I mean, he bet against them, bro, in the finals.
I felt like it was a. I want to win.
Yeah.
I want to win move. You know what I'm saying? Like, anybody can have an opinion on a winner. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody going to have an opinion on how you did it, but everybody don't got a ring. It's legends in the Hall of Fame don't got a ring. You know what I'm saying? So, I salute him. However he had to get it.
That's what's
by
up,
any
man.
means necessary.
Yo, what was your initial contact with Nas? Because obviously you've been signed to Nas for a couple years. You guys have done records together. But I can only imagine coming from New York. Nas is my favorite rapper of all time. What, like when Nas first reached out, the first time you guys spoke and met and really vibed, what was that like?
It was surreal to me, honestly, like, because I was only used to seeing him on TV. You know what I mean? Like, I knew his brother, me and Jungle cool. I knew Jungle just from, like, our projects kind of up the street from each other. I grew up in Harlem and Queens, so when I would be in Queens, my aunt lived in Ravenswood Projects. That's up the street from Queensbridge.
Right.
So I would always go over there, the chicken spot, the Chinese food spot, the liquor store, all that's over there. So I knew Jungle, you know what I mean? And over the time of my music starting to kind of move more in the streets, Jungle pulled me to the side like, yo, my brother in tune with you, you know what I'm saying? He listening to it. I ain't believe him at first. Like, I'm like, ain't no way Nas right? is hearing this shit. You know what I'm saying? And how was he hearing? He like, nah, he be on YouTube. I'm like, Nas is on YouTube? That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So you be surprised. That's why I tell everybody that's doing their thing coming up, I always say this. You never know.
You never know who's listening.
Who watching, who listening. Like, don't ever give up or quit because ain't nobody jumped on it when you want them to. But that's how that happened. I knew Jungle. Jungle kind of gave me the drop on how Nas was feeling about it, and maybe a week or two later, I got a call from Nas' manager to let me know it was real. And I met him initially. He was doing what was that? The documentary for Illmatic.
I understand.
It was like it was at the Museum of Modern Art, like one of them Tribeca Film Festival type joints. And that's why I initially met him. And all he was talking about was getting in the studio. Like, that's it. That's all he talked about the whole first night. Like, yo, I love what you're doing out here. We gotta get in the studio. We gotta get in the studio. I like your energy. I like your energy. So I'm up the whole night. When I left him, I'm like, yo, I really just was Nas telling me that shit. Like, this is crazy, B. You know what I'm saying? Because I had no other rap. Like, I knew Cam. You know what I'm saying? I knew Jim. Like, I knew Jewels a little bit at that time, but I knew Cam and Jim. But I ain't know no rappers, you know what I'm saying? Right. So to hear that from Nas was like, yo, that's some other shit. And after that, we did Forbes List. We might have did Forbes List, that record, like,
that's
right?
A crazy record.
Like, maybe like 2 weeks after me meeting him, we did Forbes List. That's when I knew it was real. You know what I'm saying?
It's hard to get Nas to do a song.
Because I did the deal, and I was like, all right, I'm signed to him. But
now what?
All right. I mean, he had a few other artists on the label, so I was like, all right, that's dope. The whole hood was like, yo, you gotta get that song with him, bro. You gotta get that song. He jumped right on Forbes List. Word, he jumped right on Forbes List. I was like, oh, yeah, it's lit. Then we got like 4 or 5 joints, just never ain't
just that's just sitting.
They're just in the top.
You know, you rising in the game right now. I want to get your perspective. You know, what it is about the industry, you know, where you see artists like, for example, like a J. Cole or sometimes a Kendrick, they kind of pull back from it. Yeah. You know, from your perspective, being fresh in it, you know, what are those things you feel like make people pull away a little bit?
It gets redundant, like all of it, like from the clubs to the girls to the jewelry to the everybody got it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, all of it. So it's like in this industry, you know what I'm saying? Like in this game, like you seeing the same people, you
seeing the same bitches at every club.
Everywhere you go, you know what I'm saying?
All the same bartenders and
everybody got the same clothes. They just wear it at different times. Like it's just it gets old. You know what I'm saying? Real quick. And that life and that dream you thought was such a crazy world, it'd be regular. You know what I'm saying? Like them girls you was dreaming of, you could go talk to them. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't really be that out of this world shit you thought it was when you was a kid. You know what I'm saying? Once you finally get in the mix. So I feel like once they get a taste of what it really is, you know what I'm saying? You enjoy it or you do whatever you do with it, and you might fall back. Like I don't drink liquor no more. You know what I'm saying? Like I was the Hennessy spokesperson. You know what I'm saying? Like
Nas literally the Hennessy spokesperson.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
he's getting a check.
He really getting a check. But shouts to Deleon too, Diddy. What's up, man? But I don't even really drink liquor at all, just from
except for Deleon when the check.
Except for Deleon, you know what I'm saying? Obviously. But I was around it too much. Like I'm doing 4 or 5 clubs a week. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 3 or 4 clubs a week. It's 5 to 6 bottles coming to my section every night. Hennessy, rose, Hennessy. I'm like, I can't do this no more. Like,
the next morning too, wake up a little
die. If I stay on this pace for another month, I'm gonna die. That's how it felt. Like I can't keep doing this.
I also want to touch too. You're from Queens. You know, we just recently lost Prodigy of Mobb Deep. Did you have any stories? Did you ever have any encounters with him? Or
me and P got 2 records.
Yeah,
me and P did 2 songs, maybe a month and a half before he died. Just did 2 joints. My man's studio in Whitestone, in Queen, like Flushing, Whitestone area. But P was mad cool, man. I was just in the club with him. Me, him, and Scram Jones.
Shout out Scram.
Shout out to Scram. But yeah, Prodigy was super cool, mad. He was, like I said, he was one of the older dudes that didn't mind passing it on, or didn't mind like shining light on a young dude coming up. You know what I'm saying? So. Rest in peace to Prodigy. He definitely was an official dude.
Rest in peace, P.
Yo, I always feel like with like certain New York MCs, like I feel like this happened with Troy. Like Troy Avenue was like so popping in his area. I feel like it's so easy to realize that, like, what you were saying earlier about how this is just your EP, and like I feel like you're being so patient with the way you're developing your fan base, and you realize you haven't gone on tour yet. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's so important, because I feel like a lot of these New York guys, they be doing the 4 or 5 clubs a week.
Yeah.
And they get wrapped up in that, Connecticut, Rhode Island, New York, them tri-state,
they think it's lit.
They think it's lit everywhere else.
It ain't lit yet. Like with me, even now, like, you supposed to run your city. Like, that's first and foremost. You supposed to be on all the stations in your city. Like, you can't really go take over nowhere else or even get to spreading like that until you run in your own town. But it can't stop there. Like, I would never be content with doing Connecticut, Boston, New York, Philly.
Right. You got that shit on lock.
I would never be content with just doing them cities. No, I love them cities to death, but I gotta come over here. I gotta go to Texas. I gotta go to Miami. Like, you gotta move around, because it's mad other people in all these places that's listening to rap, that's getting in tune with a lot of other music. So if you get caught up in your own mind, like, I'm running New York, like, I'm saying, I'm doing this club, I'm getting this bag, I'm picking this up every week. This DJ love me, this DJ, you get caught up in that box, and you won't never really expand out of that. And then when you go to other cities, you really can see it. Like,
you get humbled a little bit.
When you stay in New York, you won't know. You just be like, all right, I'm lit. You can never tell. But you come out here and you're like, you know what I'm saying? Or go to Phoenix, Arizona, like, they never heard of you.
I saw you do the spot in Phoenix before. That's my hometown.
It shocked me. They knew me out there. They knew me. They knew word for word. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be surprising me who's in tune and like where people be in tune. But I never get caught up on no New York, tri-state, I'm gonna just kill this area. I never was like that.
Yo, you're very good at telling stories on records. I feel like that's something that really stands out. I always say that. We always talk about storytelling as like a missing element.
Man.
Like Drake is like the probably the greatest dude on the planet right now as far as popularity. But I mean, he don't tell a lot of stories.
He don't tell a lot. He used to. He tell a lot of subliminal stories.
But what I'm saying, like Nas has had those moments, or like Jay-Z had Meet the Parents. Nas had Rewind, and
New York State of Mind, like this.
just vivid stories. Is there going to be something coming that's like a creative story, like on some Nas Rewind shit, or do you have something like that in the chamber?
This Hating joint felt like a story to me.
Yeah, the Hater was a story about two dudes I know. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I actually got the Keisha record.
The Keisha record's crazy. Is she real? Who is
Yeah,
Keisha?
That went down. It was kind of
Video was crazy too.
It was kind of gassed a little bit, but that went down. But I got the Keisha record. I had another song called "And Some Shit" on the Hate Me Now project before Kyrie Chanel, and the stories kind of
All connect.
yeah. So that's coming later.
So when you put out that Keisha record and you call out somebody like that, does that girl know it's about her?
Yeah.
She reach out like, yo, what the fuck?
Ain't no way she don't know that ain't about her for sure. But it's like I tell people all the time, like
She lit now.
yeah, and you never know who's gonna become a rapper. So you be in people's life and you be doing shit to people and they might become a rapper.
Then they gonna air your shit out
and talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell people also I got an uncle. You know what I'm saying? He his drug of choice is crack. You know what I'm saying? And he be mad at me. Like I still run into him. He be feeling away. Like bro,
it is what it is, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
You didn't know your nephew was gonna blow
You
up.
the highlight of some of them bars I'm spitting, bro.
100%, man.
But I feel like with me with the stories is because I've been through that. I feel like a lot of these dudes really ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, might have grew up on the internet, might have really grew up in their house, and then got popping with a song and then started rapping, so they don't have no stories to tell. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really was outside. I really was not always rapping. So now that I am a rapper, I just be really going back to my own mind. Like, that's why it'd be easy to do it, because I'm not making nothing up. I'm not asking nobody. It's like, I could really vividly remember how it played out. You know what I'm saying? I just write it down.
Yo,
I just need the beat.
What's the shittiest job you had before you were rapping?
Maintenance in the gym, Equinox, 52nd.
But there were some
Second
hoes
Avenue.
in there though.
Yeah, that was cool.
He was probably
But it was crazy.
Pulling
It was
them
like
all.
it was like all the whole maintenance crew. No disrespect, it was like all short. Like you know what I mean?
And you was in there just tall.
They like, what are you doing? Doing maintenance?
What you doing here, motherfucker?
Nah, I needed a job though, like bad. Word, my man Atlas put me. Shouts to Atlas, man. Atlas got me that job.
Yo, man, shout out Dave East. The album is out right now.
Paranoia.
It's an EP.
EP, not the album yet.
It's not the album.
They thought
EP.
Kyrie Chanel was down. I'm not doing the album yet, man. When it's my album, you gonna know.
Boom, let's do it, man. LA, Dave East in the building. It's Real 92.3.